I did get a good quote from one of my coaches, Coach Zeus. Shout out Coach Zeus, because he was saying, y'all got to think about it. Y'all getting to the point where y'all old, where y'all got to feed y'all family. Would you want someone to take food off your family's plate? Would you want someone to take a roof off the head of your family? Like, so you gotta come into the games. You gotta come into practices like this is your last day that you finna ever play basketball. This last day that you ever finna be able to feed your family, and you gotta attack the game. You gotta eat. You feel me? You gotta eat. You can't let nobody take anything off your plate. Kill or be killed.
Welcome back to the DJ Henderson podcast. I'm your host, DJ Henderson, and this is season 6. Man, it's been a journey. We've been at it for a little over a year, about a year and a half now, and I just really appreciate everybody that's been supporting the show. Even if this is your first time tuning in, I really appreciate the support. Season 6 is going to be a big season, a lot of high-level guests, but I just want to take the time to say thank you for tuning in and supporting the show. If you're not already, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn on post notifications so you never miss a show. Drop a like and a comment down below. All those things will be greatly appreciated. They'll help me out, help the channel out, and continue to support the show in those ways. I really appreciate it. And we're going to get right to this episode. Let's get it. My dog, Jay Medor, welcome to the show, Brody.
Yo, it's good. Thanks for having me, man.
Thank you for coming on here, taking the time. It means a lot to me, of course, just coming on here, doing this for sure. It's been a long time. We've been behind the scenes trying to get this done for like 2 weeks. I've been flagging. Yeah, so I'm glad. Jay, you from Wellington, Florida. Talk to me about coming up in Wellington. What that was like.
It was smooth. Like, just have like a lot of like boys that can hoop. So like growing up over there, it's just like you gotta compete, you gotta hoop, and everybody get better together. You get a tight circle, and everybody gotta hoop. Feel me?
Definitely.
That's really what it been like. Growing up, work out, hang out with your boys. Get into school, like everybody was really on the same page. So it was all trying to get somewhere.
Definitely. Jay, we first let y'all know me and Jay was teammates at JUCO Santa Fe 2 years. So we know each other pretty well. Jay has a big family. Jay, talk to me about your family dynamic. What is like having older brothers, just your family dynamic, and how that's made you a better player, a better person.
So I'm the last of 7. So like being the youngest one, I like seen everything. You feel me? Like my brothers done experienced everything. My sister, she experienced everything. So I have 5 brothers, 1 sister, and I'm the last boy. But like they just showed me the ropes, like showed me the cheat code pretty much, like what not to do, what to do, how to do it. You feel me? So growing up with older siblings, I feel like that like was a big benefit in my life because I don't really like slip up because you feel me, 6 people already slipped up. So like you gotta do something different. So they all messed up in their own ways. They all recovered in their own ways. So you feel me? Being around them made me grow for sure, and they help each other grow. So I feel like that's dope.
Definitely. That's definitely a blessing for sure. I never seen your whole family together. I just seen pictures. I seen a couple of your brothers together at the same time, but I think it's a beautiful thing just seeing a family together, like cooperating, being together, just being a family how you're supposed to be. And also, I definitely feel that you just got a whole bunch of experience on your side. You got your mom, your dad, obviously, then you got 7 whole people, 7 whole lives, 7 whole different points of view on things. So I know, like you said, you really do got the cheat codes for real. It's kind of the opposite for me. I'm the oldest. I got 2 younger brothers. I got an older sister, but I'm kind of like that for them. Like I'm how your older brothers probably was looking at it, just trying to be.
I laid a platform now for them.
Exactly. Set a good example. Try to do everything I can to help out my brothers and help them not avoid the mistakes. Same that you said, pretty much same kind of concept. So I definitely feel that for sure. We talked about coming up in Wellington. You talked about getting started hooping. How did you first start hooping? Who put the ball in your hands, and when did you know you love the game of basketball? If you're tuned into this show through YouTube, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody you think should tune in. If you're listening to the show through a podcast service or a streaming website, please subscribe to the show, leave a 5-star rating, and leave a review. Leave your thoughts down below on what you think about the show.
Sure. So like when I was little, we used to live out in Wellington, like probably like 5 or 6, maybe even younger than that. So like they always like my brothers will always play outside, like in the front of the yard, and like we have like 20 people out there trying to hoop. And like just watching that, you fall in love with the game. Like you see so many people out there hooping, get the ball in my hand, start shooting, started falling in love with the game. And ever since then, I ain't never think about not playing the ball through the hoop or not playing basketball. And my brother Greg, he's been really supportive and really like on me because he's also my trainer. So like he really been on top of me on about everything. And like, of course, all my brothers be doing that, but like he really be on top of me to get the work done, get everything active. You feel me? So growing up, the experience is crazy. It's just like you got to hoop.
Definitely. I kind of shout out to your brother Greg. That's the program, right, on Instagram.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. I think when we first met and stuff, playing at Santa Fe and stuff, I would see him come to the games and stuff like that. I knew he was traveling a long way. I used to be like, damn, bro, that's so lit. Like, that's what I want to do, be able to do for my little brothers when I finish school, like be able to just be there, help them out, help them train and stuff like that. Your brother y'all both got the muscles. All y'all got the muscles. Jay kind of short, y'all, but Jay got big muscles. All his brothers muscular. They be in the gym, they grind. That's why he's who he is today. But yeah, I think that's lit for sure. I definitely look at your brother in that relationship and I'll be like, damn, that's what I want.
They pushed me to get this far. Now I got to push myself to get further. You feel me?
Definitely.
They got me where I'm at now. Just got to keep going. They've been pushing me all my life.
So as your brothers and as your brother specifically, Greg, when did it go from just a brother, like a family bond trying to just push you to, all right, yeah, Jay, it's time. Like you got to get to work. You want to get to college. You want to get to this. Like when did he start to really push you harder than just being there for you?
So like all through like middle school and stuff like that, it was really like, all right, like, you feel me? Like he on me, but like, it's not like, okay, like it's time to go. He was really like, it got to like my freshman, sophomore year where like I just started hooping and he was just like always there. Like he was always in the gym, working out, training, whatever. And then it got to the point where like, yo, like you got to go, like go stronger, go harder. Like we in the gym at 5, we in the gym at 6, we in the gym at 7. Like, come on, let's go, pushing me. And it got to that point, like my sophomore year in high school, where it was just like, yo, like, you trying to go to another spot or what? Like, what you want to do? And he already knew I loved the game and what I was going to say. He just wanted to give me the time. So all throughout, I started playing at Wellington Wolves Travel League down in West Palm when I was in 2nd grade. So I played up. So I was playing third graders, and then I went from played 3rd, 4th, 5th. And then towards my 6th grade year, that's when he like was on top of me, but like giving me the space I needed because he was also coaching. So I go play up with him sometimes too. You feel me? And then we got to 7th grade, we branched out from Wellington Wolves and we went to South Florida Elite. And it was 7 of us, me, Keegan Smith, Woo Baby, Miles Coleman, CJ. It was 7 that could go. You feel me? And then from there, my brothers have just been sticking by my side on top of me, pushing me, and up until high school. Then he kind of took the back seat where he was an assistant coach for our school. And then he'll push me on the side, but during the season, like he let our head coach do what he got to do, and he put his input in as well. You know, that's my brother, so he got to. So, but when it got up to around them times, he was just like, "Yeah, I gotta get him ready. He got to get ready." Ever since then, he's been trying to get ready for this stage. So,
for sure. First, before I forget, shout out my dog Sam Rowe. You know Sam, right?
Yeah, I know Sam. That's my boy.
That's my PG, man. My 2 favorite PGs, both from Wellington, Lake Worth, Palm Beach. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
What time it is, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Sam. Little Sam, shout out to my dog. But I definitely feel that a lot. I mean, that's kind of how my dad was a lot too. My dad used to coach me. He used to coach me hard, and then he started to take more of a back seat, but he still would get on me. So I kind of feel that. And I just keep thinking about me and my brothers and the same thing with you and your brother. That's how I want to be. I want to come back when you get into that point where I can actually push them. Right now I'm in school, so I'll be going a lot. But yeah, I definitely want to help my brothers out the same way your brothers helped you, for sure.
trying to pass that on to my little nieces and nephews. So, because they look up to me, so I gotta feel me. So
Definitely.
wait for them.
You touched on getting to high school. Talk to me about going to Wellington High School, what it was like starting off there, and just your experience there at Wellington High School.
So I went Wellington in like 2015 or something like that. But just going over there, it was like crazy. We got Trent Frazier, we had Lester Gates, Alex Diadon. Like we really had some people that could go. Nick Brown, Aaron, like Quietek. Like we had like people that could go. So my freshman year, I played JV. My freshman year, we won states off the gate, won states. Low key, like just being around that experience, you getting better. Like being around them boys, playing with them boys every day, like you get really good. And sophomore year, we ended up losing in the regional finals. Like we should never lost that game. We lost at the end in OT. So then we went to my junior year. We lost up in states in the Final Four. We lost, but I believe we lost at the buzzer. We lost at the buzzer, so that was like real crucial for me when we was over there. And I kind of like that one stung. It's like we were so close. And like Trent Frazier was a senior that year, and he's a PG right now for University of Illinois. He's about to name in the draft for me. He's all going to get it right. So that year it was tough for him because that's his last year, and we went out like that, sad, like at the buzzer. So I felt bad. You feel me? I was like, damn, like, and like when stuff like that happens, like I'll be like, damn, I should have did this. I should have did this. I could have did this. You feel me? You just take a lot of responsibility. And I've been taking, like, I just like take responsibility because you're PG, you feel me? So like PGs take it different. You take a lot of responsibility when stuff like that happens. But then it got to my senior year. I ended up transferring out to Lake Worth High School with my brother. And we did really good. I think we lost only 2 games. We lost one game to a team in the state of Florida, just one. And then the other game, I believe, was out of the state. Pretty sure. See, we lost 2 or 1. But we had a smooth record going into district. Was low-key favored for that game because we played them boys 3 times. Put them out by 20 plus. We went into that game my senior year and we lost. Like it was down like what, maybe like 18.5. It was in the locker room. It was like, bro, we gotta get it together. And we came out. We came back. We got it together. We got it down to like a 3-point game with like 4 or 5 minutes left. And that's when it went sideways, like technical fouls. One of the players he had 30 points, like 29 of them was from the free throw line. It was crazy. But just being able to go from Wellington to Lake Worth, it's two different environments. Like it's 2 different environments. Lake Worth is eat. It's like you gotta eat. You feel me? You gotta eat. Like you can't let nobody take anything off your plate. You feel me? Kill or be killed. And then at Wellington, you get like the same thing, but like around like the sport team and stuff like that. Not outside of that. So like you feel me? Like everybody had like the same mindset, but like at Lake Worth, everybody's mindset was that. You feel me? I gotta make it out. I gotta do this. So going over there gave me that extra push I needed. And on that season, it just made me become who I am now. You feel me?
Definitely. After you left Lake Worth, you did a prep year at DME. That's the first time I actually remember seeing you and meeting you was playing at DME. I remember just seeing you was playing bouncy as a bed, short guard. I was just like mind blown. I think we talked it was at the CPS place in Orlando. You was playing for DME. Then boom, a couple months later, the same thing. So when we went to Santa Fe for the workout, we had the same workout. The workout at Santa Fe, it was me, you, and some other random, I don't know who that was. It was another dude with us, but it was just us 2. We were working out with Coach Burge, working out for Coach Mowry. And then a couple weeks later, we ended up being teammates at Santa Fe. So talk to me about getting to Santa Fe, the JUCO route, and how you ended up there and what it was like being there.
So for me, after DME, I wanted to stay another year in Florida. Just want to stay around my family. I felt like being a little closer to home would give me the right push and stuff like that to be able to go out of state and be comfortable. You feel me? So I ended up wanting to go to Santa Fe. That was one of the schools Coach KO gave me a chance at, where he said, "Yo, just go into this workout. You do good. See what they talking about." So I ended up going late. I believe that was a late workout, but freshman year I ended up being a walk-on. So I walked on my freshman year, and then 10 games in, I fractured and dislocated my wrist, going up for putback dunk.
Wait. Yes, he fractured his wrist going up for a putback dunk, walk on. Our season was going uphill. Jay jumped the highest I've ever seen, probably a human jump in real life, to put the ball back, and he fell on his wrist. It was one of the craziest injuries I've ever seen. But yeah, keep going.
I ended up landing on my wrist, and my brother was actually there, so it was crazy. Like, he'd been there for me for everything. But so once I get down on the floor, I look up, I'm like, damn, something wrong. So when I swing my arm back, it felt like kind of heavy. So I was like, damn. I look at my joint, I was like, damn. And the next game was Pope. We played Pope the next game. And the game before that, when we played Pope, I kind of had like a bad game. It wasn't like a terrible game, but I couldn't hit no free throws that game. Like, and I felt like if I'd hit my free throws, we would have ended up winning that game. So I had a bad game. So I put a lot on my plate on that game. So then I wanted to play that game so bad. I looked at my brother. I said, bro, I can't play Wednesday. He said, bro, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Then I looked back at it. I said, bro, I'm out for the season. And that's when they told me, I went to the hospital, told me I fractured and dislocated. It's crazy. Like, so you can't do nothing about it. You feel me? Like, injuries happen. You just it just depends what you do after. So I ended up getting surgery on my wrist that following Monday. So I believe it happened on a Friday. So that following Monday, I had surgery. And after surgery, I just started like working out on my left hand with Coach Adam, one of our assistant coaches. He was really good for me, like helping me out throughout the process, Coach Burge, Coach Mary. So just being able to just excel with my left hand. I was shooting with my left. I was doing everything. Well, I had a cast on the right. So coming into the following season, I wanted like, I had something to prove. Like, we had to win. Like, we was just hitting that spot where we was gonna win. So my sophomore year, I ended up coming back on scholarship. And when I came back, we started off smooth. We started off like 4-1. We started off pretty decent, and then like COVID hit, just losses. When we lost it, after we lost to Chipola, I was like, damn, that kind of like took a like toll on us. We ended up winning game, like we'll be beating them teams, and like fourth quarter come, like second half come in the end, and we'll lose it by like 2-3 buzzer beaters. Like, it was crazy. Like, and losing at the buzzer, bro, that jump hurts, bro. It hurts when you lose at the buzzer. It just takes a different toll on you. But after that season, I believe we went like 10-12 or something like that. Yeah, I don't even know, but we had a bad record that year. But I ended up averaging like about like 14 and like 5 or something like that, which is not terrible, but could have did more. Like, everybody be like, I could have did more. I want to do more, but being the experience at Santa Fe school, I used to love that school. I used to be on campus every day. We used to all meet up in the cafeteria right before class, right after class. But we used to be on campus every day. Me and my homeboy D Nick walk around campus every day. If we don't have class, we still on campus. We used to love that campus. But there was hella memories over there. Like, it's like fun. Like, if I ain't go to Santa Fe, I don't think I'll be the person I am today. And Coach Burge, he was a really good coach. He pushed me. He always had like the right thing to say. You feel me? Like, when it came to if I'm got my head down and there's something like I feel like I can't do something, I'm not hitting shots. He always has something right to say to bring you up and get you where you need to be. He will always push you. Coach Bird is strong. He was strong. So he always gets you that, okay, come on, Jay, let's go. And give you that little energy that you need. Coach Mary, our head coach, he's a really cool coach. Feel me? He gave me the opportunity to come to Santa Fe, and that was a blessing in disguise. You feel me? My freshman year, he gave me the opportunity. I don't even know where I'd probably end up if it wasn't for him giving me the chance to come play for his team, and ended up starting my freshman year right before I got hurt. So we was working our way up, me and him pretty much coaching and being his PG and playing for him. Like I learned a lot of stuff. Like everybody plays a different game. Every coach plays a different game. And that was one of the games that I never played before that made my game excel. And I appreciate everything that Coach Mary done for me and giving me the opportunity to play for his team and staying close to home.
Definitely.
Yeah, so our experience at Santa Fe is pretty dope.
Definitely. First, shout out to Coach Mary, Coach Burge, Coach Ryan.
Yeah,
Adam. Shout out to all the coaches there. Santa Fe was a great experience. I definitely miss Santa Fe a lot. I like where I'm at now, but I definitely miss being in Gainesville, being in Santa Fe. Was definitely
teammates too. Yes, teammates, right?
Definitely all our teammates. That was a good 2 years. I wish COVID didn't mess up the whole.
Yeah, our freshman year. COVID kind of messed up our college experience, especially our freshman year as well, because we got sent home early. We would have been over there during summer working out. Like, would have been COVID kind of messed it up, but especially coming into our sophomore year with that roster,
right?
And it was all over there in the summer and stuff like that. I feel like it would have been a season to remember. So
definitely. If you're tuned into this show through YouTube, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody you think should tune in. If you're listening to the show through a podcast service or a streaming website, please subscribe to the show, leave a 5-star rating, and leave a review. Leave your thoughts down below on what you think about the show. After things wrapped up at Santa Fe, after your sophomore year, we all got an extra year. You decided to go back to JUCO. You wanted to have a better season, like you said. You felt like you could do more. You transferred to HCC in Tampa, Florida. Talk to me about going to HCC and having the breakout season you had this year. Definitely one of the top PGs in the country, one of the top players in the country as far as JUCO or college basketball period. Talk to me about your breakout season and what it was like going to HCC.
So pretty much, I'm going to give you a little background. So we used to play HCC. So we played them boys twice. And at the end of the game, like coaches, like if you beat coaches, some coaches, like they be like, mad, just shake your hand and just go about their day. But Coach Jones, he was a real cool guy. Like, shook my hand. He was like helping me out. Like, yo, this is what I see. This is what you couldn't do. Like, for me, just helping me grow my game out. And so did the assistant coach and staff. And like, when I thought about it, I was like, damn, like, no other coach did that. No other coach took their time out to say that to me. Well, after we just played them, you feel me? They really just shake your hand and leave. And I'm a real big relationship guy. Like I'm a family guy, relationship guy, the whole nine. You feel me? So I felt like my choice to go to HCC was because of that moment, and that choice right there was one of the best choices I ever made. So coming into HCC, I really had the mindset like I want to win. I want to put a name out for myself. Just have a breakout year. So coming in, like, we had a smooth team. We had Jerome Palm. He just committed to Valpo University. We had Gio. He was our freshman. He could hoop. You feel me? Like, we had some people that could go on our team. Trevor, Zach, shout out them boys. Like, we had some people that could go. And just coming in, like, our very first game, we played over in Tally and TCC. And that's in the Panhandle. So the first game was Panhandle team. So, like, we played them at their showcase. Coming in there, like, you know, Tally always good. So came in there, kind of lost by like 10 or 8, but like we seen something like okay, like them boys, like we finna do good this year, or like we have potential to be good. And just going in there, like my coach always said, play your game and let everybody come with you. And I ain't learned that until after like my second game. Like first game we played Santa Fe, I had like 20, 10, and 10. Had like 10 turnovers. But I had 10 assists, 20 points, probably like 8 rebounds. But like I was trying to force a lot and like get my teammates involved and stuff like that. And my coach came up to me and said, listen, you're gonna get better. Let me know. You feel me? He's the type like he's gonna tell you what it is, but like you gotta want it for yourself too. Like you can't want it more for you than you want it for yourself. And I told him, I said, yeah. He said, all right, meet me in the film room. I get up there into the film room. We watch. He breaks everything down, show me where I should shoot instead of going for the layup, so I can start getting the wear and tear. You feel me? Or like show me where I should have passed or shouldn't have passed it, stuff like that. And then coming into the next game, we played really good. The next game, I believe, and we won. I believe I had like 26, like I was 26, 8, and like 4, like did like good. I did what I had to do. You feel me? And we had Coach Dominique. He played pro. He played overseas. Just having them on our coaching staff was just crazy. We had Coach Zeus. He played over at Arizona. He played for Arizona. He played for USF. He played pro. Like just having coaches that already been through that situation and the same steps you've been through and walked, it just hits different. You learn differently. You feel me? So going to ACC was a really big impact on my success this year. I ended up finishing out 23, 6, and 5. And we ended up coming one game short from going to states. And honestly, we would have went to states and we would have made it a Huts. In my opinion, we would have made it because a lot of teams, I already know a lot of teams feared us and what we could have done because of the pieces that we had. So I feel like that would have been that one game that we cut short. It would have been a deal breaker. But I love my experience at ACC, and I just love being a part of what I did over there and being able to help the program grow. Feel me? So ACC where it's at. Huge shout out to ACC. Huge shout out to Sarah. Huge shout out to Coach Jones, Coach Dominique, everybody at the whole staff, Coach Zeus, everybody. Huge shout out to them. Definitely where I'm at.
Definitely. I remember seeing that you was going there. I was like, yeah, Jay finna turn up at ACC. I can't tell you that I knew you was gonna average 23 and be at the level you are now. Obviously, I knew you was a D1 player, a college basketball player, elite player, but I can't tell you I knew you was gonna average 23 points. People don't understand how hard it is to score 10 points in a college game, averaging almost 25. That means you was getting 30 balls sometimes. So I definitely respect the work, and I'm definitely happy for everything you accomplished. I know you worked for it, so I'm glad you're where you are today for sure. We just talked about your breakout season at HCC. Your recruiting process was a lot different than it was coming out of high school, coming out of prep. Talk to me about your recruiting process after the season and, well, also during the season, but talk to me about your recruiting process and what it was like hearing from other schools and choosing UTSA.
So for me, like, the recruiting process for me was like kind of surreal. Like, it just blew up out of nowhere. Like, you just one game you playing, and the next game you getting random calls. You feel me? So like, it really came after like I played the game versus Florida Southwestern at home. I had 49-8. We ended up losing in OT, but after that game, I probably had like 12 different schools call me, interested in talking. You feel me? So like, the recruiting process is like once it start, it's like your first offer is like, damn, like you don't say you comfortable, but you like, okay, I made it.
Relieved.
Huh?
Relieved.
Yeah, you feel more relieved because JUCO, bro, like, it's last chance. Like, that's it. Like, y'all see Last Chance, you on Netflix and shit like that. But like, JUCO is really last chance. You feel me? It's last chance. There's nothing after JUCO. If you don't go D2, D1, NAIA, where are you gonna go? It's over. You gotta think about a job, time to feed your family. You feel me? And with that being said, like, when I got my first offer from ULM Monroe, I felt really relieved. I was just like, okay, like I made it. Now let's see where I could touch. Let's see what room I could touch, what surface on my name in. You feel me? So I just kept working hard. Just got in the gym, put up shots with my homeboy B, Brian Williams. Shout out to him, UT player. And we'll get in the gym at UT every night, every other night. Some weeks, some not. You feel me? But we in there playing one-on-ones right before our games, working on our craft. And the way I seen it, if I could get past BB, I could get past anybody else in JUCO. You feel me? That he's playing the next level. He went to JUCO. He's playing at D2 at University of Tampa. He's playing against bigger, stronger, faster guys. There, you feel me? Like just people that have already been there in a sense. So I'm like, if I could get past him, I could get past anybody in my next game. I could shoot over the top of him. I could shoot over any of the guards in my next game. Stuff like that. Especially being like we play against each other. We work on our craft. We do all that with each other. So we know each other's moves. So to do boop boop, hit a shot, you're like, okay. Especially knowing he knows what you're gonna do. It just make you feel like, okay, now like I'm gonna go in tomorrow and boop boop. They don't know what I'm gonna do. And now I'm gonna get a bucket. But the recruiting process, it's just surreal. Like first one came, then the next two came, the next one came, then the next two came. You feel me? Like it was just like that. And especially after that game, like probably had 12 schools call. Name touched a lot of surfaces. I was getting a whole bunch of text messages, keep doing your thing, keep hooping, like you feel me? Stuff like that. And like I felt happy. Like I was like, okay, like, and it wasn't more so happy for me, it was happy for my family. Like made like all the hard work I've done and all the hard work they done putting me in the situations I've been in had came to success and it all paid off. So I got offered from University of Texas, San Antonio. It's where I committed at. And that recruiting process with coach was insane. Coach Thompson, shout out Coach Thompson. The love he had for me and the faith and all that, the whole nine. And he came to one game, 1 week, called his head coach, said, Coach, listen, it's the point guard we need. And ever since that day, he came every other week. Every week he was there in Florida, watching one of my games in practice, something. You feel me? And with that being said, like it's crazy. Like that kind of relationship. I'm a relationship guy, so that's the reason why I ended up choosing the University of Texas San Antonio, is because the relationship I built with Coach Thompson and the way like he built his relationship with me. You could tell like a lot of coaches, they do it because they have to, or it's like it's their job. But he was doing it out of like genuine, like he's really genuine. And like we want you to come here and play. Like it's not that we need you, we want you to come. It's not, oh, it's a business. No, like come hoop. We want you to. There's a trust he had in me, and he has in me, I should say. There's a trust he has in me, and I plan to make everything plan out to be how he expected it to be, where he put his faith in me. I'm giving him my all. You feel me? Now I finally got to the next level. It's like came over here. I moved in last Tuesday. Well, Tuesday, yeah, I moved in on Tuesday, and coming here, I was like, damn, like I'm here. Like you feel me? Like who would have thought like I'd been in Texas? Who would have just thought I'd been playing D1 basketball? So like it was like, okay, now I'm here. What we've been working for all paid off. Now we got to work for the next step. Win games, get into tournaments. You feel me? That's the next steps to win, become better. You feel me? And obviously, like going to school, you going to get your degree and then playing basketball as well. So like just being locked in on all aspects is just dope. Like I feel like it could be a great year, and I feel like I had a crazy recruiting process, which can't go wrong at. Feel me? So
if you're tuned into this show through YouTube, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody you think should tune in. If you're listening to the show through a podcast service or a streaming website, please subscribe to the show, leave a 5-star rating, and leave a review. Leave your thoughts down below on what you think about the show. Definitely feel that. I think anybody that's ever been in a similar situation as we are, like you start off somewhere and you move to a totally different state, another different part of the country that you never would have thought you would be in. It's just surreal, especially doing what we're doing, being student athletes, getting our education, playing basketball for free, low cost. Like, I think that's just major, just doing it and just being able to take it in. Like, I remember I was getting recruited by the school I'm at now, freshman year at Santa Fe, but I didn't leave. So then sophomore year came back around and same coach doubled back and he hit me up and stuff like that. And I never would have thought that I would be in West Virginia, but now I just finished my first year up there. So I definitely feel that it's crazy for sure. Just moving and having the opportunity to play the game we love and get an education, make our family proud. When you really sit back and just see all the hard work, all the shots, all the weights you ever lifted, all the sprints you ever ran, like where you're at right now is like what it was all for, just being in a better situation. So I definitely feel that for sure. You just talked about it. You moved in on Tuesday. It's Saturday today when we're shooting this. So you've been there for almost a week, coming on a week in a couple of days. Talk to me about getting there, what it's like finally being a D1 student athlete, what the summer plan is like, just what everything is like there since you've been there. How's it been?
Ever since I've been here, it's been nothing but love. Like players, teammates, coaches, athletic directors, everybody, you feel me? The whole nine, trainers, everything. Shout out to everybody, you feel me? It's been nothing but love here. Like once I got on campus, I felt like I was already on campus for a week already. I've been on campus for a year, like I'm returning or something, you feel me? Everybody just welcomed me. So like it just felt good. But like I said, coming to campus, it just felt so surreal. Everything different. You feel me? First day I got here, I was just filling out some paperwork, getting to meet people, getting to know people, you feel me? And then same day, got in the gym, put up shots. Never content, never read, never done, never happy over where I'm at. So very first day I got in the gym, put up shots. Got to, feel me? So it just feels like it's Texas. I mean, it's nice over here. So I like it.
Overall, like just thinking about it, like now that we doing the interview, obviously I know you personally, you're doing the interview, talking about everything. Just talk to me about like how you feel, like your story. You call it the unforgettable story. You were a JUCO walk-on, now you're a Division I point guard. Like talk to me about how you feel. Like how's it felt? Like we just talked about, what does it feel like? What's your vibe right now?
Oh, really, like the unforgettable story comes from my freshman year when I just pretty much my path. So my senior year, after my senior year, I went to DME. After DME, I didn't really have no offers out of DME. Shit, I think I averaged like 30. So out of DME, I didn't really have no offers. And then I went to Santa Fe as a walk-on. And then building and working my way up from the bench and stuff like that to going to be a starter. And from the starter, I felt like everything was going uphill. And then boom, I got hurt. God put an obstacle in front of me, told me, hey, get past it. Only thing I can do, I'm not gonna sit down and mope about it. I'm gonna get past this. So right after that, I just got in the gym, work hard. From there, I came back on scholarship next year, played. Then I ended up deciding to take my COVID year and go back to JUCO another. And then going to ACC led me to being where I'm at now, the success I'm at, how I play, the player I am, the person I am. So the coaches over there had a lot to do with that. So now where I'm here at ETSA, it just feels like surreal. Like you still gotta embrace it. Like I'm walking around campus and I'm like I'm the new, like, you feel me? I'm the new guy. Like I don't know nothing, like, but everybody here on campus, all the players, they all supportive. Like they see me, they be like, "What's up, bro?" Like you feel me? They welcome me. Like And that is like one family over here with all the sport teams, with all the teachers, all the professors, all the academic advisors. Everybody is just one. Everybody's united over here. So
Definitely. I mean, I know you personally, but just from afar and now up close, now that we talking about it officially, like I respect the grind, I respect the journey for sure. Everybody has their own journey. You hear that all the time, but this is just like proof of it. Like you could be a JUCO walk on and make it. You could achieve your dream.
coming from walking on to injuries to the backseat, everything, the whole nine. It's the unforgettable story. You just gotta keep going. You gotta work for it.
Definitely. Definitely got to mention it before we wrap the show up. Top Floor Boys, y'all see it across his chest. Talk to me about your brand. Talk to me about the brand Top Floor Boys, where it started, and what's your plans for the future? What you got going on right now? What's your plans for the future?
Yeah, so with Top Floor Boys, it started about in 2018, that summer. We was in a gym full with a whole bunch of college players, pro players in there. And we was in there hooping, working out, and Hoop Diamonds, Tyler. Shout out Tyler. Shout out Hoop Diamonds. And then Alex Rodney, shout out Ball's Life. And they were in their media outlets. They was over there and we was hooping. And that was when I started getting my bounce for real. Like I was really dunking for real. So my homeboy BB, Brian Williams, we went up for a dunk. He went up for a nasty dunk. I was like, oh man, I throw the ball back. And then after he dunked it, I was like, hey man, shout out Top Floor. And that's when I went and dunked it. Boom, blase. And I looked at camera, I said, shout out Top Floor. And then that's when it happened, it was like Top Floor. Tyler, we walked into the next gym. Like next day we went into the gym, Tyler was there again. And me and BB, we were always together. He's somewhere, I'm somewhere. I'm somewhere, he's somewhere. You feel me? When he seen us, he was like, oh, there go the Top Floor Boys. I was like, Top Floor Boys. Okay. We're gonna have to run with that, B. So ever since then, I was like, Top Floor Boys, Top Floor Boys, Top Floor Boys. Then that's when I got up to Gainesville. And the name Top Floor Boys kind of like grew from there. Like I was like, okay, instead of saying Top Floor Boys, let's make it into something. Got the LLC, brand R, everything is trademark, the whole nine. Whatever you gotta do, I did. My sister helped me out on that legal aspect and financial aspect. So she always looking out. Shout out to sis, shout out to Vanessa. But so the Top Floor pretty much it grew since from the 2018 to the 2020 aspect, where 2020 was when we really broke ground and started making merch, started making shirts, started making hoodies and stuff like that. And originally, like it started off where I was just making my own stuff, or like making for me or for him. And like we just growing it through ourselves, like wearing our own brand. Like it's our name, you feel me? We wear it on our chest, we proud. And it came from that to, okay, people want it. So I started getting active with it, started getting it out there. And then it's hard, it's hard to get stuff done like that when you in season, you playing basketball, you in classes. So I kind of took a step back from there. And then last year for my 22nd birthday, my sister bought me the sewing machine. So the embroidery machine, I should say. So from now, like I do my own designs. I draw up everything. I put it into the computer. I design it, and I make my own shirts now. I make my own hoodies, make my own shorts, make everything. And for the future, I plan on growing it like crazy. Like this year, I feel like it's gonna be the breakout year where I grow the Top Floor. Me and BB grow Top Floor and get it out there, and it actually be a name like that, a household name that everybody knows. And I feel like everybody's relatable to Top Floor Boys. Like for us, like it could mean basketball, Top Floor Boys, like them boys really jumping for real. And they get to the point where like, oh, Top Floor Boys, they living life on the top floor. Like they doing everything to the top, to the fullest potential. Like they living their life. And I actually got a shirt right here. It says, this one say living life on the top floor. So like it's just relatable to a lot of things. Like you just gotta live your life to the fullest potential. Like you gotta see life where there ain't no tomorrow. You just gotta live to the top, live to the fullest. And Top Floor Boy is so catchy. So like we just ran with it, you feel me? But
I was definitely about to ask you, do I have enough bounce to be a top floor boy? Can I be a top floor?
yeah, I get you some gear, you feel me? I'll get you a jumpsuit because I know y'all boys be walking around. Get you a little jumpsuit.
I be in the snow up at school, man. So
Yeah, I already. I be. Hey, listen, we be in the heat too. Sometimes I still be repping my. You feel? We gotta rep your own name.
so definitely, I feel that though. Like I remember, I'm on the same kind of. You see my shirt, I'm trying to get my merch going more so. But I remember like when you started doing it, I remember I used to be asking you, how you doing this? How you draw that? How you about to sew it on this? Da 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 da. So like now I'm trying to get it figured out. Also, I'm trying to start wearing it myself also so people see it and actually want to be a part of the movement more. But definitely feel that. It's crazy, bro. Time really flying. Like I remember you telling me, oh, I went to this person in the mall in Gainesville, this and this. Now you got your own embroidery machine, doing your own thing. So definitely happy for you. Probably happy you doing your thing, wearing your own merch. I think that's major. That's something our community don't do. You always hear people talking about wanting to buy Louis, want to buy Gucci, want to buy all this designer stuff. You could be wearing your own stuff. So
I walk around, I wear my own stuff. I go somewhere, I'm wearing my own stuff.
Definitely.
You your own advertisement. You feel me? So no one gonna advertise something better than yourself.
That's facts.
You gotta advertise it. It's your stuff. You gotta advertise it. You gotta put it out there. You gotta show the path. You feel me? So I feel like this year I'm gonna grow it. Me and BB gonna grow it really, really big this year. Gonna put it out there in some household names. So
definitely, y'all stay tuned. Top Floor Boys, make sure y'all tap in, go get some merch.
Tap in at Top Floor Apparel on Instagram.
Yeah. Everything gonna be below in the description. We're gonna talk about this again before we wrap the show up, but everything in the description. Go get your merch. Go tap in. My merch not out yet. It's on the way though. It's gonna be I'm trying to plot something up, but get your merch. Get your Top Floor merch for now for sure. Last part of the show, I like to call it crunch time. We call crunch time the fourth quarter. Going down the stretch, you got to lock in. You got to know your assignment. You got to play to the best of your ability. So these are the last couple of questions to wrap the show up. What's been the biggest obstacle that you've had to face to get to this point, this far?
I'll say getting past my wrist surgery. Getting past that, I felt like I get past anything because when a player get injured, something about it you just go down. You don't be the same mentally at all.
Definitely. I definitely feel that. I don't like to talk about injuries too much with people on here because I got it. I've been injured before. I'm injured right now at this moment. Injury is not the best topic for athletes, period. So we ain't gonna get too far into that. What's the best piece of advice that you've ever received?
I feel like one of the best pieces of advice I ever received was just staying locked in, like never, like don't give up. Like being in a situation where I was at, where when I got hurt, when I was a walk-on, when I went JUCO, you feel me? Like just being in those situations, like it's just so much time where you could just give up and say I'm done. Like falling behind on classes. There's just so much times where I could have been like, okay, like bro, it's whatever, bro. I'm done. I can't no more. And just being able to hear, don't give up. We got your back. You need something. I got you. We got you. And that advice right there, like it kind of helped me because I see it's more than me that's invested, that's really wanting me to succeed. There's other people out there that's rooting for me and I don't want to let them down. You feel me? So the don't quit, the don't give up part and giving it your all is one of the best advice I ever seen because it hit me different.
For sure. What's something that a random person wouldn't know about you, but your close friends and your family, they know about you?
Something a random person wouldn't know about me. Okay. So a random person wouldn't know about me is I moved here from Haiti when I was turned one on the airplane. Like it's my birthday. I was celebrating that job on the airplane. I saw that nobody would really know. And just lived in West Palm. I was raised in Wellington all my life. So
definitely. What's one or two quotes that you take with you that help you get through your days that you live by? Quotes, mottos, anything that you say to yourself, things that you just go to whenever you need to?
I gotta stick with my own brand. So I always say live life from the top flow and just push yourself to your limits. I always go into every game and say eat or be killed, Mamba mentality. I did get a good quote from one of my coaches, and he said it got to the point where Coach Zeus, shout out Coach Zeus, the way he said it was different. It hit different, but I forgot exactly how he said it, but it still hits me because he was saying y'all got to think about it. Y'all getting to the point where y'all old, where y'all got to feed y'all family, and if you got to see it like would you want someone to take food off your family's plate? Would you want someone to take a roof off the head of your family? Like, so you gotta come into the games, you gotta come into practices like this is your last day that you finna ever play basketball. This last day that you ever finna be able to feed your family, and you gotta attack the game and become successful like that.
Definitely, that's major for shit show. If you could meet and spend a day with 3 people, dead or alive, who would they be and why?
If I can meet 3 people, I'll say for sure Kobe Bryant. Like, I'm saying Kobe because he the reason why I love the game so much. I've been my favorite player since I knew basketball, and just being able to like pick his brain and hear what he would have to say about. I mean, he's Mamba mentality. Like, just hearing what he would have to say and the help he gives to people that was able to get the help from him and hear it from a friend, either a friend perspective or a coach perspective, or like just even a father perspective. You feel me? Like, everybody that's been around him been successful type job. Like, people that's closest to him been successful because they picked his brain. They know what he wanted to do. Like, so anybody dead or alive, I think I'm gonna pick. First one's Kobe Bryant, and another for the last 2, I'd say my grandma and my uncle. Like, they just passed, but like I wasn't really like I'm a family person, but like I wasn't like as close to them because they lived in Haiti. So it's not like I talked to them every day and got to spend a whole day with them. I didn't spend a whole day with my grandma since she was here, and I was probably like 5 or 6, and I was still a little bad jit walking around the house. You feel me? So I think the last 2 would be my grandma and my uncle.
Most definitely. RIP to your family for sure.
Appreciate it, bro.
And RIP to Kobe too. Last question I ask on every show. You got to help me get whoever you say, but who is somebody or some people I should have on my show next?
Shit, we could get you, I'm gonna do, let me say 3, I can say a decent amount next. I can say Brian Williams, my homeboy DB. I can say Rudy Williams. He plays for BYU, transferred to BYU. Okay. I'm gonna say Jacob Germany, our big man over here for UTSA. There's 3 names. I'll say Trent Frazier, PG for Illinois. His path was crazy too. And I'll probably say Zach Mugbo, because his path, like, he's taking a whole different path right now, and his story is crazy. So, yeah.
Shout out Rudy Williams, Trent Frazier. Shout out Trent Frazier, man, putting on for Florida, bro. Been a fan since Wellington Wolves. I remember playing Wellington Wolves forever. I used to play with Lakeland Fire, so I used to see Wellington Wolves. So, shout out to everybody you just named: Rudy Williams, Trent Frazier, your guy Zach, your big man. Anybody that sees this, if you want to come on the show, hit me up, tap in. We can make
gotta get Scotty, but we'll see how it is.
Yeah, that's big time. If that happened, then that's for the future. We'll talk about that at a different time. But shout out to everybody that see this. If you want to come on the show, just hit me up. I'm trying to give everybody a platform, tell their story, promote anything they want to promote. Really love doing this. And yeah, that's about it for this show. Jay Medor, my dog. Tell everybody where they can find you, Instagram, social media. Make sure you include Top Floor Boys.
Sure. So my IG is my private IG is Top Floor J, and I got to rep my own brand. So my I also have two other accounts for Top Floor Boys. It's Top Floor Apparel, and then there is the official Top Floor Boys, I believe. It's either Top Floor. So it's Top Floor Apparel and then the Top Floor Boys. So y'all, we'll put it down in the description, but it's where you can find the merch at Top Floor Apparel. And then if y'all got any bouncy videos, bouncy clips, just go ahead and DM it to the Top Floor Boys. We'll post it, get y'all out there. Feel me? Trying to grow that account as well this year. So we got some stuff coming up.
Definitely. Jay Medor, all that's going to be down below in the description. Make sure y'all tap in, bro. For real. Tap in on Instagram. Follow Jay. Follow the brand. Keep up with the movement so you don't miss a beat. Definitely. Jay, is there anything else you want to say? Anybody tuned in? Any last words, motivation, anything you want to say to anybody?
I really want to thank my family for sure, and everybody that had something to do with my experience and my transition over here. So shout out to Pro, Pro. But shout out to a lot of people. And honestly, all I gotta say to the people coming up, like on going on visits and like deciding where you want to go next, you just gotta pick what's best for you. The best feeling, like you get off the plane, trust me, like you get on campus, like, okay, this it. Don't go based off of the name, the hype. Don't do none of that, bro. Make your own path, be your own person, and create your own legacy, bro. Build it. That's really it.
Definitely. Great advice. Jay Medor, again, I appreciate you.
Appreciate you having me, man.
Yes, sir.
DJ, bro. Shout out to you, bro.
That's it for the show this week. Make sure y'all tap in next week or next show. Almost done with season 6. Season 7 is gonna be a movie. Working on season 7 right now. So y'all stay tapped in, stay locked in. Jay Medor, y'all go follow everything. Keep up with Jay, University of Texas, San Antonio, basketball. That's it for the show. Thank you.
Appreciate you having me, bro. Peace.
If you're tuned into this show through YouTube, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody you think should tune in. If you're listening to the show through a podcast service or a streaming website, please subscribe to the show, leave a 5-star rating, and leave a review. Leave your thoughts down below on what you think about the show.